Hello and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. In the last episode, we began the cross-examination of Lotta Hart, the photographer who was with us at the scene of the crime. Interestingly, Pearlie was able to channel the spirit of Mia, who gave us the advice that, or who pointed out that Lotta took 2 pictures at the scene of the crime, but she's only showing us 1 for whatever reason. So we're going to try and press her and get her to talk about that second picture she took. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. Alright, let's try get her. Definitely on that last bit. Take a shot. You took 2 shots, though. So, let's press 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only 1 has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where is the other picture you have been withholding? No, you've got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma. Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence. Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. We're gonna confront her. Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. Me? In contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court. On purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I was so angry I lost my composure. Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. How could you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? Why would you drop the issue? Insist it's not Maya, of course. Your Honor, you know, the whole channeling thing might be hard to explain to the judge, but it's obviously another person. So if anything, we can lie about the channeling. We can be like, oh, it's actually a person who swapped costumes, rather than us having to prove that magic, or not magic, but like channeling spirits exist in this universe. As you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's not just her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow, yeah, exactly, this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendants. Because the only way you would be able to disprove this is if you also prove that channeling was possible, which I don't think is common. I don't think that's accepted in this universe. Like, that's not standard practice. Von Karma did mention the Korean channeling technique in the last episode, though. So, maybe not. We'll see. Order, order, order. Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it. You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling. I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. How the hell did she get that as... This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitors room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant Maya Fey during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. Okay, but now you just sound crazy in front of the court. It's unbelievable that she can... Yet it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Mia? Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that a picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she? From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been burnt forever into the judge's mind. That's not how courts work. Oh my god. This game just keeps getting more and more with like the absurdities. Like first the whip, and then Von Karma's ridiculous like, oh, channeling exists, and to prove it, I'm gonna submit an illegal picture that was not only taken illegally, but also used against the rules of the court. And this is insane. Oh my god. I don't even have a single witty line. You don't need one, just appeal to the rules. It looks like we've been had. Why? I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey? If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? Oh, the sleeve, the bullet hole. It's, where is it? Yeah, Maya's costume has a bullet hole in the left sleeve, but we can't see one in this picture. So I can prove it. Your Honor. Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes. This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. Wait. So it really wasn't Maya. Well, I mean, obviously, I guess we knew that it wasn't Maya, but that means that... Wait, this is so confusing. Because the person in this picture is dead. Like, for sure, that's a fact. But how did she... Like, the only way that she would be in this photo is if Maya channeled her. Like, I understand that someone else could have come in, knocked Maya out with, like, a broom or something and hid her behind the folding screen, and then put on her clothes and pretended to be Maya, and pretended to be her in the midst of channeling someone. But how did they get the face of the dead person? That's what doesn't make sense to me. Sorry if that didn't make any sense to you guys. I'm just thinking out loud here. A contradiction. So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange in this picture to the court? Right here, baby. Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. And that is exactly what is odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there. There is a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. She also submitted the picture illegally and took it illegally as well. I mean, this shouldn't come as a shock to you. You'll most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? And what incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. I mean, I guess that absolves you of your penalty, but it still doesn't change the fact that this person is not Maya. I see. She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor, there's only one logical explanation for this contradiction. The shooter is someone else. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly did not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Order. Sorry, I missed one. If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Oh my, she's going with happy. The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness. What the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip would be the last thing you see. But look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say, I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see? Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Same, Phoenix, same. Well, the person in this picture is not the defendant. Then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix. I can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like that? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true... Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber was... Third person had entered, Maya had left... Something I can't explain yet. Let's look at that diagram. I'm really suspicious of, was it like Eenie Miney, who was in the side room, but we would have seen her on the way. Like, she was in the side room for sure when Maya and the others went into the channeling chamber. So there's no way she could have gotten there without, crossing our path. Loading screen. Old steel key. Why do we have this? I don't remember. Third person had entered it. Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. I don't have evidence for that. I just thought we would follow a train of thought or something. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's a picture of a different person. Oh, actually, that doesn't mean it's... yeah, I don't think that was... Yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't think that was right one either. Think it over again. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room? Maya leaving the room. Maya leaving the room. Wait. Doesn't the door lock from the inside? That's why we had to bust it down. So if it was locked inside, then why is... Wait, why do we have the key? The third person entered, Maya left the room. Maya left the room. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her Aunt Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of arrest, the defendant had left the room. I mean, none of these other ones have anything to do with, like, location. Maybe the map, but I think that's just like a frame of reference. I'm just gonna go with the key for now. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I seen it. Hey, that's a channeling chamber key, right? Before the challenge started, Maya locked... Exactly. Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of a kind is all. After all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes? It looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but... Why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Oh, wait, well ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. Oh, Pearly gave it to us, okay. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. Oh, we made it, thank God. It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm a prodigy. I've never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Oh, thank God. We got Maya one more day to live before she goes on the death penalty. Wow, that was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick. I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like what happened to that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you. I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. Alright, Pearls, you ready to buy some tickets? Huh? A ticket? Poor thing. So sheltered. Alright, to be continued. Wow, okay, so we were going just a tiny bit over time, but it's actually pretty perfect the way these episodes have been sectioned out. But yeah, next episode, I guess it's going to be another investigation day, collecting more evidence before returning to the trial. But yeah, we will do that in the next episode. So until then, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you then.